Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Merry almost Christmas. We're almost there. I'm very excited. We got the tree up. It's looking beautiful. We got this little reindeer jingle bell headband on, whatever it is. um, it's actually my girlfriend Allie's, but I was like, oh, you know what? That's perfect for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and wear it. Got the cats walking around back here. Hey, Ezra. Hey, and there he goes. There's his tail. But yeah, no, I just, you know what? It's been a few months. I finally got a little bit of free time to make a video. I just wanted to say hi to everybody, wish everybody a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, everything. And I've got Scream Factory titles and all sorts of stuff, all the different labels pretty much here. So, but Scream Factory definitely has the majority, I'll tell you that. They've got a ton. And sorry if you can hear that washing machine, it's very loud, even with the door closed. But I'm working with what I got here, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. From Scream Factory, because they had their like not going out of business sale, whatever you want to call that. Now they're with Groove, and everything. But yeah, they had a huge discount on a lot of their 4Ks, Blu-rays, new releases, pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and show off some of those. We'll start with the Blu-rays. We got a little Willard action. If you like Crispin Glover, if you like big ass rats eating people, there you go. We got a little Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2 action going on here. Oh yeah. Gotta have. I don't think I've ever seen Teen Wolf 2, but I know it's got Jason Bateman in it, so look at him. Might have to give that a watch. And it's been forever since I've seen the first Teen Wolf, so. Then we got a little Prophecy action. This is another one I've actually never seen, but it just sounded cool, and it was cheap, so it's like, why not pick it up? It's worth it just for the rental, basically. We got Fender Bender, which I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie, but Allie really likes it, and it's like a slasher-style movie. It's kind of cool. I got to give it a rewatch, but there you go. And we got Body Parts. Another horror film that just sounded really cool, but I've never seen it before. So we're gonna give that one a shot. And then we have the 4K of Sick. Oh yeah, this is a great slasher movie. I mean, written by Kevin Williamson. I don't know, man. It takes place during the pandemic. That's why, that killer's got the mask on there. And I don't know. I really liked it. Nice, quick pace. It's only like an hour and 20-something minutes. You get some really good kills in there. You get your chase scenes, that Kevin Williamson loves to write in and everything. And it's shot very well. It's acted well. I mean, I had a blast with this. I always recommend Sick to people. And then we've got The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro. Man, I don't know. This is like one of my favorite Wolfman type movies. I think it's really well done. I love the look of him, because what's funny is I know a lot of people talk about the bad CGI in this movie, but there's a ton of great practical effects in here and makeup work as well, and it just doesn't get the credit for it. It's just a really beautiful looking movie. I mean, there is some CGI, but even the CGI that's in there isn't like the worst I've seen, and they do a decent job of camouflaging it too here and there. So, and I love the look of the city, and the story's a lot of fun, and I think Benicio del Toro kills it, and you get a lot of great kills in this movie too. Lots of gore, lots of carnage candy, as the kids say. And then, of course, you gotta have, that big dick reveal. Spoiler alert for we got a little not such a spoiler alert, but kind of, but this is Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. So I know the reveal happens really in the first movie, but I believe the second and the third movie have some of that weird kind of stuff in there too, right? I don't know, but these are fun movies. I haven't watched them since I was like way younger, you know what I mean? Like, I was way too young when I saw the first Sleepaway Camp. That movie, like, really fucked with my head, like, the ending of it and everything. I was just like, but these two are just a lot of fun. They're the definition of, like, a campy slasher movie, or campy slasher movies. Like, they're just fun, and, I just think she does such a killer job in these movies, too. Yeah, she just kills it. She's having the time of her life, and she just wants, she wants all the kids to just be good and have a fun camping experience, and she doesn't want people having sex or doing drugs or drinking. It's just like, just be good. Oh man. And if they're not good, she has to teach them a lesson. But yeah, I look forward to rewatching these. And there's the original poster art, which I love, because you got the Jason mask, the Freddy glove, the chainsaw. Oh, Ezra! Holy crap! Hold on, buddy. Whoa! We got a random cat sighting. And then we've got, of course, that classic poster too. I wonder why people like that. I just don't get it. I mean, it's there's a couple things about it, but well, yeah, these movies are a lot of fun. I look forward to rewatching them because it's been a long time for those ones too. But let's see, we got little Land of the Dead action, George A. Romero. Now I know this isn't the movie that everybody is like, oh, when they think of George A. Romero, it's like Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. But this, I'll tell you, this is like an action zombie film. It's an action horror movie, and it's also campy and a bit silly at times, but I think it's fun. Is it as good as those other movies that I mentioned? Fuck no. But, it's a good time. And then we got a little Nightbreed action. A little Clive Barker. Yeah, I've not seen this movie, believe it or not. It's funny because I love makeup effects and practical effects and stuff, and this is just like dripping in it. But I've never seen it. And, I'm a huge Hellraiser fan, so I look forward to checking this one out too. And it was dirt cheap once again for the whole set too, because it came with like this, and then like a couple posters, and it came with the art cards, and it came with the enamel pins, and it was only like $20. How do you pass it up? And we've got The Boy. I know not a lot of people love this movie. I think it's fun. I know it's pretty much just a huge build up to the third act reveal, which I think is excellent. But I don't know, I like slow paced movies that just kind of meander, and they don't always they're kind of just building up the suspense and tension, and just, takes its time. I mean, does this movie do it the best? No, but I still enjoy it. There's something about it. But yeah, I had to go ahead and get that one. And this one's loaded with new special features too. New audio commentary, interview with the director, interview with writer, interview with the cinematographer, interview with the designer of the doll, which I think is really cool. The Castle in the Attic, interview with doll handler Tanis Hagen, potentially. But yeah, just loaded with special features, new special features, which is pretty cool, because people always bitch about Scream Factory not doing new special features, but that one's loaded. Another one that I'll tell you is loaded also is going all the way back over here, is Sick. This is loaded with new special features. It's kind of a shame that they didn't give it a slipcover. I know it's not the end of the world that it doesn't have a slipcover, I know. But it's such a premium release because of all of these new special features. Look at all that new stuff. And I'm just like, damn, you guys should have just gave it the full treatment, poster, slipcover, all that good stuff. But yeah, still an awesome movie. All right, that's all the Scream Factory. We're moving on. We're moving on. I'm moving on. All right, we've got some steelbooks, a couple steelbooks I just randomly selected because I remember that they were new. We got a little Casino with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Sharon Stone. Oh yeah. Sorry for the glare, but it's pretty badass. Pretty badass indeed. But yeah, Casino, classic, mobster type movie. Um, this is another movie I know I watched like way too young because it's like the classic story of your dad wants to show you all the mob movies, so it's like this and Goodfellas and all those classic mafia movies like John Gotti and just all those, even The Godfather and just all those kind of movies. But this one, if you remember that third act scene, I don't want to spoil it because my girlfriend hasn't seen it, so I got to show it to her. But that third act scene is like pretty traumatizing. I mean, it is really fucked up, and they linger on it for a while, and it's just like, damn, man. But I don't want to say anything else without giving it away. But Jesus Christ. But yeah, Martin Scorsese. I mean, I don't know. I gotta show Allie this one because it's brutal. And then we got a little Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you know. Oh yeah, seeing is believing. Can I keep you? Such a beautiful movie, great kids film. And they definitely don't make them like this anymore, those like 90s kids movies and stuff. And I just love the fact that even the CGI like type effects that they use still hold up to this day. They really do. They look phenomenal. And it's still funny. It still tugs at your heartstrings. The music is unbelievably good. I don't know. I just love it. It's just a whole vibe. Especially when there's so many good little cameos in here, like Dan Aykroyd. Who you gonna call? Someone else, and Mel Gibson and Rodney Dangerfield and Clint Eastwood. Like just these quick little kind of cameos in there. I mean, it's just such a fun movie. I love it. Bill Pullman. This is so great as the dad. I don't know. It really is the music though too. The music in this movie is unbelievably good. All right. Then we got a little Arrow video. We got Spawn. Very classy. Very classy movie. But this is another one that I watched a long time ago, and I remember it being okay, like not great. It didn't blow me away or anything, but I kind of want to check out these special features, and I want to see that beautiful like CGI ending in glorious 4K. Because I'm sure it looks great. With the big devil guy, whatever the fuck his name is. But yeah, I have some Spawn action figures. I remember the animated series from back in the day, which was like a hard R rated animated series too. They showed titties and they said fuck and shit and pussy and all that kind of stuff. And the clown and all that stuff. Like I remember, and then the comic books and all that good stuff. So I look forward to revisiting this one, honestly. It'll be fun. Because I know there's an unrated cut as well as there's a director's cut, I should say, and a theatrical cut. You guys let me know in the comments which one is better. I'm assuming it's probably the director's cut, but you let me know what you think. Let's see what we got here. Then we got a little, pinkies up. Pinkies up, please, because we're going to show some Criterion movies. These are actually Allie's. But I believe these are the ones that are most recent that she just put in the collection. She can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure The Great Dictator, I think, is one that she upgraded from DVD to Blu-ray. Very nice. Ooh, we'll even show off a little inside artwork. It's very orange. Very orange. I have not seen this film, but I know she's going to show it to me at some point, and I look forward to it because she showed me Modern Times, and I thought this was really good. Very funny. And just like the stuff that they were able to do, like when he's going through the gears and all that stuff, I'm like, geez, man, they did that in, what is this, 1936? You know, nowadays, if they did that, it would just all be CGI because they don't want to risk anybody actually getting hurt. But it was so cool just watching him go through the gears, and then, you know, where he's skating and he's like almost about to fall off that like 3-story, like when he's like working at the mall or whatever, and it looks like he could potentially, like, you know, he's rollerblading around, um you know, where they're doing construction, and he's blindfolded, he can't see anything, so he could potentially just skate right over the edge and plummet to his death, which, by the way, looks very real. Like, it looks very realistic. Now I'm assuming that's some little trickery that they did, you know, with, you know how they do, like with like maybe like some, you know, some kind of like matte painting kind of finish to make it look like, you know, you're gonna fall, like a visual effect kind of thing. You know how they do that, you know. But I don't know. I don't know because it looks very real. Like he could skate off over the edge there, but I'm assuming that's they just did some kind of little visual trick to make you think that he could. But yeah, it was great, and it's only 87 minutes, you know, so it goes by fast. And it's black and white. But it's so cool, and I like that. You know, I'm sorry I don't know the actress's name that was with him in there, but she was awesome too. She was really funny, and she was kind of doing the same thing he was doing, that slapstick kind of humor, that gag humor, and all that kind of stuff. And and then, you know, they kind of, you know, they run into each other and they become like a little couple and stuff. It was really cute. You know, I didn't expect that. I just thought the whole show was about him, but you know, she did an excellent job. Um, but yeah, I was just looking to see if I could see her name on here really quick. But yeah, check that out. Modern Times. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And then she also got this, which, you know, I believe is fairly new as well. Well, it's new to 4K, I think. The Blu-ray has been around for a while, but it's the Royal Tenenbaums, which I'm not sure how long she's had this. I want to say she just got this Blu-ray not too long ago because she saw this movie for the first time. I don't know. I don't even know if it's been a year yet, and she really dug it. Now, I was not as big of a fan when I saw this, but I was a lot younger because I saw it in the theater with my parents, and you know, obviously it just wasn't hitting me back in 2001. So I would have been like 15, 14, 15 around that time. So it's like, I don't know. You know, I should rewatch it and see what I think. Because, I mean, just the cast alone is insane. I mean, you got Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller and Gene Hackman, and you just got all these, you know, all these fantastic actors in this movie. So it's like, okay, I got to rewatch this. I really do. But yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, Jesus, the list just goes on here. Angelica Houston, Bill Murray. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I got to give it another chance. All right, so we got those. And then we've got, you know, and I think the reason why this just didn't relate to me, especially around that time, like when I was that age, is I don't think the humor was landing for me, you know, because back then it was like I was watching a lot of like more of the raunchy comedies, you know, because that's what was coming out back then, the American Pie movies and Sex Drive, you know, and like all those kind of films, you know, Road Trip, you know, all that stuff. And so this is a more sophisticated type of humor, you know, like, you know, Pinky's Up kind of humor, you know, and I think I could appreciate it a little bit more now. So I'd definitely be willing to give that one a second chance. All right, and then moving on to Lionsgate. The Lionsgate company had a sale online, and I just snuck in there to get these movies. Like, it was literally like maybe I had an hour or something left before none of these were on sale anymore. I just snuck in there. And I went ahead and got May, which was like I think this was like $12.99 or $14.99 or something like. It was one of those prices that they used to be before they went to Lionsgate Limited, and then all of a sudden it became like a $27 release or whatever it was. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how did these titles go from being like 13, $15 to $27? Jesus Christ. So when it dropped down in price, I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and pick it up. But this has Christina Ricci in it. I actually haven't seen it. My girlfriend has, and she liked it. But just for the cast alone, and I'm sorry, right? Isn't it Christina? Is it not Christina Ricci? Isn't it? I don't know. Now I'm wondering. For some reason, I thought it was, but now let's see. I don't know. I thought it was Christina Ricci, but maybe I'm wrong. Because it says May is Angela Bettis. So that's her. So that's like the titular character. And then Adam is Jeremy Sisto. So, okay. So I don't know. I might be thinking of a different. But yeah, this is. But I look forward to checking it out either way. I know it's kind of a weird, kind of quirky horror movie, whatever. But I look forward to checking it out. And then we have The Way of the Gun with a nice lenticular slit there. And this is another movie. I know it's all three of these that I got from Lionsgate Limited. I haven't seen them. They're all blind buys, but they were so cheap, guys. They were so cheap. You know what I mean? They were all like $15. And I've heard nothing but good things about this, and I really like the actors in it, and it just looks like a fun action film. You got Ryan Felipe from Cruel Intentions, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I love his character, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, Barry, because he's just such a prick in that movie, and I love it. Benicio del Toro, I was just talking about how much I love him in The Wolfman. Juliette Lewis, Taye Diggs, Nikki Katt, Scott Wilson. I mean, James Caan. It's just such a stacked cast. So I'm like, yeah, I got to give this one a shot. Looks good. You guys let me know. Is it any good? All right, so we'll put that there. And then another movie. And this one, I'm surprised that I haven't seen it because I do like these kind of movies. And that's Warrior. And I know, Bob, don't lose your shit. I haven't seen it. Because I know Bob loves this. Bob's Blu-rays. I know he loves this movie. And I love these kind of movies too. These fighter movies with like a good redemption story. And it's got the heart and the emotional grip. And, it's usually a couple like friends like fighting it out, or they become friends after, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just a real manly movie. And once again, you just got two badass actors here, at least two actors, at least two badass actors. But I know there's, because you got Joel Edgerton, you've got Tom Hardy, you got Jennifer Morrison, Frank Grillo, and Nick Nolte. And I believe Nick Nolte is the coach to one of these guys. And I'm just like, dude, what else do you need? I mean, Jesus Christ, And I went on Letterboxd because I'm on Letterboxd, Anthony's Horror, if you want to follow me on Letterboxd. And everybody just had nothing but, nice things to say about this movie. And yeah, so I got to watch it. But once again, it's $15, so cheap, so why not? But let me know what you think of Warrior as well. Yeah, and May, because I am curious. I'm like, what do people think about May? Because this one's a little bit more of a mixed bag. But I don't know. I just had to try it out. I'm like, we gotta give it a go. We'll see. Because sometimes I like these kind of weird movies with like quirky sense of with a quirky sense of humor, like a dark comedy kind of a movie. See, it even says a horror cult classic. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And then that's it, guys. That's my haul. I'm sure I forgot stuff. I think I do have way more. But like I said, when I make a second video, maybe I can show off some of the other stuff that I forgot. because Allie and I like to go to disc replays and load up, on Blu-rays and DVDs and 4Ks, but especially Blu-rays. Um, and disc replay is like a used movie store, used video game store, a used music, store, all that good stuff, pop figures. Um, but yeah, disc replay is an awesome spot to go and like shop if you're looking for just cheap Blu-rays or dirt cheap DVDs. It's such a great place to pick up physical media in general. So I highly recommend you check out Disc Replay. I know they're not everywhere. I think they're more in like the Midwest areas and stuff. But yeah, we just have such a fun time. We always end up, me and Allie, every time we go into a Disc Replay, we end up staying there for like 3-4 hours or so, just looking through all their movies and deciding what we're going to get. And sometimes they'll have good deals too. They usually always have the deal of like buy 5 get 1 free. They usually always have that deal going, but sometimes they'll have buy 3 get 2 free if they have like a really good sale going. But yeah, they're worth checking out. And then I'll just leave you with this. Allie and I have been watching a ton of Christmas movies lately, getting ready for the holidays. We watched like Home Alone and A Christmas Story and Black Christmas and, just all these, like all the big ones and some little ones as well. But, yeah, we've been really trying to knock out like the main ones, like the heavy hitters lately, because we're getting closer and closer to Christmas Day, so it's getting serious now. We got to really knock out those like staple kind of Christmas films. So we still got to watch Jingle All the Way and the Santa Claus and Gremlins. I don't know. There's still quite a few, but I was debating on what to watch tonight because it's my pick, because we go back and forth with our picks when it comes to watching movies and stuff. And I was thinking, because I watched Dead Poet Society earlier today for the first time. Great movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Really well written, beautifully shot. I love like the winter vibe to it, and then just that like third act is like, Jesus, I didn't know they were going to go that way with it. And I was like, wow, man, that really hit me. I don't want to spoil it, but if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And that movie's rated PG, by the way. That's when they could do like more like, more adult PG movies, because it was from 89 is when it came out. So, but anyway, since that took place at a school and all that, it kind of got me thinking of like, oh, a Christmas movie takes place at a school. Maybe we'll go with The Holdovers. Yeah, this has become a more recent favorite Christmas watch for me. It's an Alexander Payne movie, and he directed Sideways, which I love Sideways. It's one of my favorite dramas. Shout out to Derek from Pure Hangout, because he was just talking about Sideways as well, because I think he was talking about this movie too. And he was saying how it's one of his favorite dramas. And I'm like, let's go, dude. I love Sideways. It's so good. Like that and American Beauty, I'd say, are like 2 of my favorite dramas of all time. I love them. But yeah, this movie is just, God, it's so good. It's so freaking good, because it has so many of those same feels that Sideways has. And it's wrapped in a nice Christmassy bow, and it's got that dark humor, and you got Paul Giamatti, who's just so funny. And I don't even know who the hell this guy is, this younger actor here or whatever. Because there's Paul Giamatti, Divine Joy Randolph, and Dominic Sessa, which I guess that's him. And man, he just killed it too. And I don't even know who the hell he is. I'm like, oh man, this guy's really good. And so was that Divine Joy Randolph too. She was just excellent. But yeah, if you're looking for like a real kind of, one of those real kind of slice of life type of stories, This is it, where you've got like those kind of heart-wrenching moments, but then you got those like funny moments, like just burst out loud laughing, and then you got those kind of like, moments with Paul Giamatti where he's just such an asshole, but then you find out like, some things and you're like, oh, kind of, he kind of has a reason to be an asshole. It's just so good. Yeah, just give it a watch. It's definitely a high recommend. If you haven't seen this one, check it out, especially if you love Sideways. And he's also the same guy that did the Descendants and Nebraska and a bunch of other films. He hasn't done a ton of stuff, but like everything he puts out seems to be really good and well written, well shot. Good dark sense of humor. So, yep. So that's it, guys. Yeah, it's great talking to all you guys again. I got my alien shirt on. This is very comfortable, by the way. I love this alien shirt. It's got so much stuff on it. And yeah, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, for watching and everything. Let me know some of your favorite Christmas films. Like, what are your go-tos? And it could be horror, non-horror, whatever you like to watch. Let me know. Oh, we just watched Krampus too, like a few days ago as well. That was another one. Oh, Krampus is so good. And then Allie's gonna show me a Christmas horror story, which I haven't seen, and it's a horror anthology, and it's a Christmas horror anthology. So I'm so excited to watch it. I can't believe I haven't seen it because I'm a big anthology guy. I love those kind of movies. They're so much fun. So I really look forward to that too. And then, like I said, yeah, we still got to watch Gremlins because that's a classic. And yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, let me know some of your favorites down below. This is Anthony's Horror and More, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Merry Christmas.